I bought a $25 Wii U from TEMU, and in this video, we're gonna unbox it, test it out, and see if it's any good. All right, so this thing is definitely a lot smaller than I was expecting, and oh yeah, I forgot I bought a few of them here, so let's pull them out and take a look at them. And let's just start here. Why is this just like a Sega Genesis box? I mean, it's got the exact same font, the same red striping, but yeah, not much going on. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Dude, these analog sticks might legitimately be the worst thing I've ever felt in my entire life. They just have infinite resistance and they like spin constantly. So bad. And you've got all, you get your D-pad, your buttons here. These actually don't feel too bad for, okay, never mind, that one is stuck. But it doesn't feel too bad for how cheap it was. Of course, you got your start select, you got your home button there. And of course, you guys know, I gotta do the comparison here. So we have a real Wii U gamepad, and the screen size is actually not that drastic. Like this is, what do they call this, a 4-inch screen? I think this is maybe a 6 or 7, so it's not as much as you'd think. But in terms of thickness, this thing is actually a whole lot smaller. And weight-wise, it's probably a third of the weight. Now, to be completely honest, what I was hoping for here was to see another size difference like the real PS5 versus the PS5 Slim I bought from TEMU. That was quite something, but this one's actually a little bit closer than I thought it would be. Wait, hold on, dude. Dude, they have the PlayStation buttons. Hold on, flashback to my last TEMU video when I had a PlayStation product, but they had Xbox buttons. Why? Why can't they just get it right? If you're gonna make a Nintendo knockoff, at least get the Nintendo buttons. If you're gonna make a PlayStation knockoff, get the PlayStation buttons. Come on, guys, so weird, but it really doesn't matter that much. So I had to tear this entire back piece off to get to the battery compartment, and you can either use 3 AAAs or the included battery, I guess. There's also an SD card down here. Let me see if I can get that out. That's in a really awkward spot. Let's see like what kind of size it is. Wow, this is a completely unbranded SD card. All right, so let's turn this thing on, and actually first I gotta peel off this screen protector thing. And wait, hold on, dude. The screen is completely, how did I not notice this earlier? The screen is completely misaligned there. Are you kidding me? What in the world? And that's like glued down. Wow, just look at that giant gap there, and you can see it overlapping on this side. What in the world? And this is not a screen protector. This is like the actual screen, like the screen, plastic screen, glass, whatever you want to call it, that protects the, like, that's the full-on LCD right there. So we got to realign this ourselves. By the way, guys, I will be giving away one of these consoles on Whatnot in a couple weeks. So either hit the link down below in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to go to Whatnot and sign up. And if you sign up with my code, you get $15 off your first purchase. So go ahead and check it out. It even lights up down there, and it looks like a 360 controller. And wow, I always love the noises they put on this thing, but you got, well, let's see, we have about 50% battery up there. You've got Game Boy, you got GBC. I love how everything is just way off. Like that's a regular Game Boy, not a Game Boy Color, and that's a Game Boy Advance, not a Game Boy. And this right here is, what is that, a Game Boy Pocket, and that's a GG for Game Gear, I guess. And they call it Dreamcast a Sega Genesis, okay. But very interesting. Let me go ahead and plug this in so we dude, I just noticed the background. Hold on, let me just plug this in so you guys can see this better. All right, plugged into the TV out port now, and resolution is not great now. I just mentioned the background here. It looks like that's a Christmas tree made out of fireworks, a butterfly, happy, another Christmas tree, a heart. What is this like? Oh, it's supposed to be like a Happy New Year thing? I don't know what's going on here. This is strange. But let's just go ahead and boot one of these up, and of course you have to use circle for enter instead of X because they used the wrong button layout. Let's try out the Super Famicom. Super Famicom, I guess that's accurate. Ah, real monsters. I thought they said real moms for a second. They spelled Battletoads T-O-S-D-S. Battletoasts. We got Castle Uania, and somebody definitely saw the V in the name and thought it was a U and just typed it in wrong. Decacula, Jelly Boy, Spider-Man Venom instead of Venom. Toy Story is called FTA. Okay, I gotta try this. I always try Toy Story on these games. Let me just try this out and see what's going on here. I mean, it looks like the real Toy Story. The last console I played like this that had Toy Story on it, like definitely was not the real Toy Story. So this is a good start, I guess. And if you press this middle button right here, or the home button, you actually have a cool little menu that pops up with a nice lion on an island. You can go back to your game. You can actually save your state, which is pretty cool. You got 5 slots there, or you can quit, which I'm going to do right now. And we'll go back to the main menu. So I'm obviously still scrolling through here, and the names are actually not too bad. Most of them are pretty accurate. It was hilarious a couple videos ago. I think it was the PS5 Slim that I bought from TEMU. The names were awful. And of course, we got to try out the classic Super Mario World, and man, it's just like, it's confusing me so much to be playing a Nintendo product on PlayStation buttons. Like, it just hurts my brain, and I've already died a few times just from thinking I was pressing a different button than what I was, but let's keep scrolling through. Soupy Man. So this is funny. I was about to give credit to these guys for not duplicating any games, but here we are with another copy of Toy Story. I'll check out the Game Boy games. And yeah, in fact, these, the picture where there's a Game Boy Advance, it is straight up just regular Game Boy games. I don't know why they put the wrong picture there. It's just like they searched Game Boy and it was the first thing that popped up in Google Images. I don't know. So now let's check the real Game Boy picture and see what's under here. So yeah, it is Game Boy Color games. They just mismatched all their pictures apparently. I love how they just didn't bother to spell out Winnie the Pooh. They're just like, all right, screw it. Just put Adventures, man. How hard is it to see Gex there? Okay. They call GTA 2 Downtown 2. I love how they got all the Grand Theft Auto games wrong. Grand Theft A. Oh, that's good. Lego Racer. Dude, I didn't even know they had Lego Racers on the Game Boy Color. I gotta try that out. I used to play, I don't know about you guys, but I used to play Lego Racers back on the PC back in the day with my friends. Oh, such a good game. I mean, I was like 5 years old, so of course it was a good game, but I got to try this out in the Game Boy Color now. And you know what I just realized? I was trying to play Super Nintendo games, but a Super Nintendo controller has a left and right trigger. This controller has 0 triggers. How do you even use the left and right trigger on the Super Nintendo games? I didn't even think about that. Wow, this is awful. Dexter's Laboratory is translated to Lurbert Laptop.
True international average of pressure.
And yeah, the GG is definitely Game Gear, but just to remind you, the picture is that's a Game Boy Pocket, right? Or so, maybe no, that's just a regular Game Boy. It's just a different looking game. What is going on, man? What is up in Game Gear? What in the world? Dude, it's such a random assortment of games. How do you have a Sega Genesis and no Sonic games? I want to play Chack and Pop because I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Take Back Our Hearts. What? All right, yeah, that's definitely enough of this game. Very strange game. Let me go back and check out the NES games we have on this thing. Fuck Man. There's no way. They just call it Rock Man. Fuck Man. Oh yeah, here we go. We got Hot Blood Basketball, Hot Blood March, and Hot Blood Soccer. I saw this on my last TEMU video. Oh, Hot Blood Soccer 1, in case you're wondering. I love how they're continuing the trend of including the Hot Blood games. Okay, so we got the weird Marios again. We got Mario 10, Mario 14 where he's a ninja. We got Mario 16 where it's just a black screen. We got Mario 9 where it looks like some sort of Super Mario World Island thing. We got Mario is missing. They just forgot the space. Hold on, what is this? First of all, I call it a new test. It says NES test. You can like test the controller and the RAM and stuff? Okay, weird. I didn't know this existed. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and they include Sonic on the NES. Dude, that's hilarious that they included a Sonic game on this console for the NES, but not the Genesis. All right, I love how they just have random ROM hacks on here. So we got Super Mario Bros. 9. Yeah, let's try this out. Is it super strange? I'm eating like grapes and apples and stuff and bananas. What is this, Donkey Kong? And I got a snail there. All right, guys, I think we've seen enough on this console. Let's go ahead and put it to the side. And let's go ahead and open up this other weird console I bought. And by the way, we will tear down this Wii U gamepad thing from TEMU. But let's go ahead and go into the FC Pocket first. So guys, I just wanted to let you know that we are in the process of starting a brand new YouTube channel called Smoking Silicon. It's all based on PC content, PC gaming, PC teardowns, buying interesting stuff, hence the name Smoking Silicon, haha. So go ahead and hit the link down below and subscribe to it. We'll have videos coming out in a few weeks. And the cool thing is, if you're tired of seeing my face, I'm not the only one on camera. We'll have multiple hosts. We'll have myself, we'll have Danny on camera if you've ever seen him on the second channel. And we also have another guy that's starting in a few weeks that'll be on camera as well. So go ahead and subscribe and be prepared for the first video drop in a few weeks. So really, I just bought this FC Pocket as a bonus for this video because I saw it as I was checking out on TEMU. And yeah, it looks like some sort of 8-bit console. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of here. Wow, this looks like a, what is this, some sort of like NES thing? But it's got like rounded or kind of sharp corners and edges, so it's not very comfortable to hold. It's, we got a battery on the back here, but we got to take out a screw. Let's just go ahead and see if it turns on, I guess. All right, so we're on to AAA batteries now since the real battery doesn't work. Wow, that's loud. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is way more of a piece of junk than the Wii U thing is. So the screen looks awful in here. You can see how dark the screen is, and it's just straight up 228 in one. You can't like pick between NES and Super NES or Game Gear, anything like that. It's just random games. But hey, I gotta give these guys credit. They actually have A, B, X, Y here. Like, thankfully, finally, somebody figured it out. Somebody finally used the right buttons on the console. I mean, like, come on, guys, it's not that hard. Wait a second, hold on. No, they didn't figure it out. This is this is the Xbox config. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they have the right letters for like an NES type console, but they flipped them. Because if you know, Xbox, is flipped around from Nintendo. Wow, okay. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Nobody can figure this out. But I mean, at least they have Super Mario Bros. In here. Not much else to see here. Let's go ahead and turn this thing off. I'm gonna go back and open up the Wii U gamepad thing. So once I get the back cover off, we have 8 screws here. Let's go ahead and take them out. Screws are off. Let's go ahead and see if this thing pulls apart, and it doesn't. Whoa, whoa, what in the world? We got cables just straddling there. I guess that's not too surprising, but I almost yanked them out. That's like throwback to some of the janky custom consoles I buy. But here we go. Wow, okay, so we got our little analog sticks up here that are soldered in, not modular at all, so I can't swap those out. Also have our speaker down here. Well, you know, nothing else here to really write home about. We got our SD card that I just pulled out. We've got a little chip here that says M900 and a bunch of other just standard circuit board stuff. Let's go ahead and take the circuit board out there and see what's beneath it. The start and select and stuff are just pretty standard clicky buttons actually, which is interesting. And yeah, these crappy analog sticks, man, these things suck. They're so bad. Now, I did mention I wanted to put in the SD card and see what pops up, and you can see here, we got demo. I don't know what this is, but it's just got like random images. But of course, we have our images for like the thumbnail pictures. So they just grabbed random thumbnails from the game, I guess, and sorted them out by folder. Got ROMs here, so if you want to upload your own ROMs, you can. And oh, it actually looks like they're locked, I guess. That's interesting. And yeah, of course, your save file here. And I am interested to see here how large our SD card is. And it looks like we've got about 1.5 GB used. We got a 2 gig capacity. So yeah, 2 gigs, not very large at all. By the way, guys, this is what the, wow, the blue one looks like. Interesting, I guess, to say the least. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And let me know down below what you think about this thing. And I'll see you next time.